Hello. Welcome to learning the fourth most commonly used language in the United States, sign language. Sign language is the native language of approximately 500,000 deaf people and a growing number of hearing people who wish to learn to communicate with them. Sign language is a visual gestural language in which signs are used to stand for concepts. In spoken languages, words have a similar function. In this course, we will use English words to help indicate the concepts the signs represent. But remember, signs do not stand for English words, but rather ideas and concepts. Just as words have characteristics that make each one unique, also signs have certain parts which make each one different from other signs. Signing occurs within an imaginary area that extends from the top of the head to the waist, no wider than the shoulders. Most signs are formed on the chest or the head where they are easily seen. Each sign has 4 parts: its hand shape, its palm orientation, its location, and its movement. Let's look at examples of each of these. First is a sign's hand shape. An open hand shape, a 5 hand shape, an extended index finger hand shape, an S hand shape. Next is the orientation of the palm when making a sign. An open palm is facing the chest. The 5-hand palm is facing up. The extended index finger is pointing up and the palm is facing left. The S-hand palm is facing down. Next is the sign's movement. Let's watch the extended index finger move. In a circular motion, downward at an angle, outward in an arc, in and out quickly. Finally is the location where the sign is formed, whether it is at the right temple, near the right shoulder, or moving from the chin to the chest. That's all there is to it. Let's see if we can put it all together. Let's begin with a 5 hand. Now, orientate the palm to face left. The sign will be formed in front of the middle of the chest. Now bring the thumb from the center of the chest outward in an arc. That's fine. That's a sign for fine. Now be careful now. Just by changing one part of the sign, a whole different concept is communicated. For example, change the palm orientation and the sign becomes mine. Change the location and the sign becomes mother. Change the movement, and the sign becomes superfine. Before we begin signing conversations, it's important to know the role of fingerspelling in sign language. Fingerspelling is the spelling out of the words one letter at a time using the manual alphabet. The manual alphabet has a distinct hand shape for each of the 26 letters of the alphabet. Let's learn the manual alphabet. You will notice that the hand shapes often resemble the letter it represents. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now it is your turn to try it. The signer is right-handed, so if you are left-handed, you will have to reverse the signs. Now hold your hand at a comfortable level in front of your right shoulder. Then, with your palm facing out, smoothly move from letter to letter without moving your arm or wrist. To help you form the manual alphabet, the camera will shoot over the signer's shoulder so that you will see the hand at the same angle that you see your own hand. Fingerspelling plays 2 very important roles in sign language. First of all, many signs use a hand shape of one of the letters in the manual alphabet, so it is useful to know those hand shapes. And second, fingerspelling is used to supplement signs when there isn't a sign or you don't know the sign, especially proper names and technical words. Practice fingerspelling words whenever you can. In front of a mirror, you can practice seeing the hand shapes from a reader's point of view. Now, by putting the letters together smoothly, words can be formed like this: H-E-L-L-O. Hello. Did you notice that the hand bounced a little to form the double letters? Also, say the entire word that you fingerspell, not each letter. Now we are ready to begin our dramatized section, which will help you learn sign language in a common situation. As you observe the dramatized section, you will notice that the signers use a lot of facial expression and body movement. These are important parts of conversing in sign language. Don't be afraid to be quite animated with your face and body when you sign. These movements help convey the meaning of what you are saying. Now watch this dramatized scene as two friends greet their old school chum and renew acquaintances. In this dramatized visit between friends, the actors did not attempt to verbalize what they were saying, although many deaf people talk, or at least mouth what they are saying. Here the voices were not used to help you concentrate on the signs. I hope you were able to recognize some of the signs from the body language and the other clues. Many signs look like some aspect of the concept they represent, making it fairly easy to recognize and remember them. The pronouns in the scene were also quite easy to understand because most pronouns are formed by pointing to the person to whom you are referring. However, if the person is not present, you may establish an imaginary space that that person occupies, and then simply point to that space. First, she says she has a daughter, and she establishes an imaginary location for her on her right side so she can point to that location for the pronouns she and her. Then she establishes a location for her son Joey on her left, so she can point to that space for references of he and his. Then, when she wants to say they, she can point to both locations. Now let's review pronouns. For first-person pronouns, use your extended index finger to point. I or me. He, she, or it. They or them. We or us. You. Now for possessive pronouns, they are made with open palm facing the person you're talking about. My or mine. His, her, hers, or its. Their or theirs. Our or ours. Your or yours. Finally, we have reflexive pronouns which use the extended A thumb toward the person. Myself, himself, herself, or itself. Themselves, ourselves, yourself. In sign language, many of the signs that refer to males are made at the upper part of the head. Many of the signs referring to females are made at the lower cheek or chin. Watch these pairs of related signs and notice where they are formed on the head. As they are being made, I will give you some clues to help you remember them. Boy, the boy seems to be tipping his cap. Girl, the thumb follows the bonnet strings of early pioneers. Man, the man moves from the male position to the ruffles on the old-time shirts. Woman, the sign is made of girl plus touching the ruffles on her dress. Son, the sign is made of boy plus baby. Daughter, the sign shows a girl baby. Father, mother. Grandfather, the sign shows a father who is a generation away. Grandmother has a similar formation. Husband, man plus Mary. Wife, woman plus Mary. Brother, boy plus same, meaning a boy in the same family. Sister, girl plus same. Do you have the idea? Before we review the dramatized section again, let's look at some of the questions the actors asked. When asking a question, your face should show a quizzical look. The question is then followed by a question mark drawn in the air, similar to this. Who are you? Why are you here? What do you want? How old are you? Where do you live? When are you going home? Do you like to sign? Very good. You have now finished the first section of your sign language course. And now you will see again a slightly slower version of the dramatized scene you saw earlier. This time you will find captions which give you the English translation of what is being said. Try to understand the signs without looking at the captions. They are there as an aid in case you miss something. Good luck.